Hebrews are coming, Hebrews are coming, yeah. Hebrews are coming, Hebrews are coming, yeah. 100,000, 44,000, 100,000, 44,000, 100,000, 44,000, 100,000, 44,000. Hebrews are coming, Hebrews are coming, yeah. Hebrews are coming, Hebrews are coming, yeah. 100,000, 44,000, 100,000, 44,000.
Shalom and welcome to Stream of Wisdom, the news, where we go over various topics concerning your world news and how they affect you and how they coincide with the scriptures and biblical prophecies that you've already been told for the last probably 2,000 years. The topic today that we'll be going over is gay babies.
Gay babies.
I never thought in my life that I would ever have to say gay babies. Like that's not something you ever think you would ever say, but this is what people are doing now. We're in 2023, and now gay babies is a thing.
It's the norm. It's the agenda that's being pushed on the babies, on the children.
Yeah.
Right? We know that this demonic transgender homosexual lifestyle that they want to push, they can't continue it unless what? They take the babies.
Yeah, let's say get the kids, man.
They got to get the kids because
hook them while they're young, like the cigarette people say.
Right, but even the scriptures teach that.
Yeah.
Train up a child
in the way that
in the way we go, and when he's older, he won't depart.
Right. So, like, how do I make it so I don't have to argue against gay marriage and I don't have to argue against homosexuality being wrong? Well, you're born that way.
Yeah.
Right? Your mama made you that way, and that's the clip we're gonna play.
Hey, baby. It's a gay baby. Gay baby. Gay, gay, gay. Please be gay. Oh. Okay. Be what you want to be, but be gay. Okay? Thank you. Right? No pressure. No pressure, but pressure.
There was a man's voice in the background that was like, listen, stop that.
Yeah.
And she was like, no, he's going to be gay.
Yeah.
Gay, gay, gay. And she was just parading them through the camera. Gay, gay, gay.
And why not? I mean, Gabrielle Union did it. So
Right.
she's the front runner for it. You know what I mean? You turn a boy into a girl and they make her go fashion model, her go fashion model, right? So why not? You know what I mean? Now I'm just trying to top her.
Right.
Keeping up with the Joneses. I gotta make my baby gay. You know what I mean? She did it with a preteen. Nah, I could go better than that.
Yeah.
Right. So this comes on the heels of Isaiah 1:9.
Right. You want me to read that?
Yeah, if you could, real quick.
Isaiah chapter. Oh, I'm at the wrong Isaiah. You got it?
Isaiah chapter 1 and verse 9. Except the Lord of hosts had left unto us a very small remnant.
Right. He said if unless he had left us a very small remnant, and why is there going to be just a remnant? Why is it only going to be a few here and there that are righteous in the eyes of the Most High? At that point, why is that? Read on.
We should have been as Sodom, and we should have been like unto Gomorrah.
Right. The majority of us would have been like Sodom and Gomorrah, which was basically where you get the word sodomite and everything from. Is you get these terms from this place, from Sodom and Gomorrah, and their actions that they were doing. So why would there be only a very small remnant? Because the majority of our people ain't gonna have a chance, man. From birth, they're already being shown how to disobey Leviticus, where he's saying that homosexuality is an abomination to him. So already from birth, I'm an abomination to God. What chance did I have? So the only remnant is going to be like our kids. You know what I mean? We're not going to raise our kids gay.
Right.
We're not going to raise our kids with a rainbow flag on them and everything like that. We're going to teach them the true meaning of the rainbow. You know, it was a promise from the Most High that he wasn't going to flood the earth again. Doesn't mean he's not going to destroy it again. He will pull a Sodom and Gomorrah in a heartbeat. He said that. So, we're going to have a remnant. We're going to have very small few that are going to think, kids that are going to think, hey, being gay ain't where it's at.
Yeah.
Right.
Or even the kids, like the kids in these times, they're not even going to think that it's wrong to be gay.
Yeah.
Right.
They're gonna think that it's normal. So that
Right.
remnant too is gonna be kids that know that it's not right.
Absolutely.
Because that's what's happening with the world now, where it's becoming more and more acceptable, where people ain't looking at it like it's something wrong, like it's against the Most High.
Yeah, it's just like everything that defiles you in the eyes of the Most High. Smoking weed, being gay. It's just going to be one of those things where it's like, as a Christian, I didn't know smoking weed was bad until, I got in the truth and I'm reading. I'm like, wow, what were we doing with ourselves? You know what I mean? But this is going to be their thing. This is going to be their weed. It's going to be, dang, I didn't know being gay was wrong.
Yeah.
Like, really?
And let me read this real quick because I quoted it, Proverbs 22:6. Train up a child in the way he should go. And this is where this remnant comes from. But also this is where the majority of the wickedness comes from.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's being trained in these children from birth. This child was no more than 3 months old.
Yeah.
And she's already prophesying this on her child.
Yeah.
She's already indoctrinating her child into this mindset.
We always say it like kids ain't born gay. Like you don't go to the little station where they put your kid in there in swaddling clothes and he's over there winking at the baby next to him.
Right.
They're not born gay or straight. It's a learned behavior.
They're not even born thinking about sexuality, gender, identity. They're not born thinking about these things. These are things that we have to instill in our children.
Yeah.
But if they're instilled the wrong way, we can see that the scripture tells us no matter how you train a child, you can get them on one side or the other.
Yeah.
Right? So train up a child in the way that he should go. And when he is old, and that's what they're looking for in this agenda. They're looking to repopulate because just think about it. How do two homosexuals reproduce?
They can't.
They can't. So the only way they can keep that agenda going is to indoctrinate the new generation of children. I mean, we see it all the time, and not to get too far off topic, but we see they adopt children, and then what do?
Yeah.
They indoctrinate the children with their sodomitical practices.
Yep.
They're raping these little boys, they're raping these little girls. So the only way for them to keep the agenda going is to train them early.
Yeah.
And now it's getting to the point where they have zero chance.
And you gotta, it was a mental condition back in the 1970s. You could
And
always
it still
look it
is.
up, and it would say it was a mental condition, and you could tell it's a mental condition because, again, they can't reproduce.
Yeah.
And you got to be out of your mind to know that you came from a man and a woman
Yeah.
reproducing.
And then now you're with a man and a man, or a woman and a woman. And that's what like when you look into gender dysphoria and why they have to go through so many different treatments.
Yeah, dysmorphia.
Yeah, they'll tell you that the treatments they're mental.
Yeah.
It's to get them back on a mental status where they can not go crazy for the choices that they're making.
Yeah, because a lot of them are killing. They're killing themselves. They're committed suicide.
Yeah.
Because they can't handle. And really, what it is they can't handle. Spiritually, they can't handle the demons that are coming with that.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. When you read in the scriptures, and you'd have the man that he came to Christ. And he said, "My son's running through the funeral place and all that.
Right, the grave
through
sites.
the tombs, and he's cutting himself.
Right.
And all this, and then Christ addresses him and he says, "What's your name?" Right? And the man says, "What?
Legion.
Legion, for we are many." Right? He got pronouns.
Yeah. We.
Right? He
Yeah.
wanted to be referred to as we.
Yeah.
They want they, them.
Yeah.
They want
They.
he, she, us, them, whatever, right?
Because they're embodying,
thing,
like you
same
said,
spirit.
many different demons.
It's the demons, yeah. And that's the thing they can't handle, and so they end up doing what? The same characteristics. They're cutting themselves, they're killing themselves.
Yeah.
Why? Because it's a demonic possession.
Yeah.
But they welcomed it in. Somebody, we got these women that are welcoming that demon into their family. That's literally what they're doing on these videos.
Yeah.
They're conjuring that demon into their bloodline.
It's like saying Candyman 3 times.
Yeah.
And he appears, right?
As 1 Samuel 15, 22 and 23
Right.
says, a rebellion is as a sin of witchcraft.
witchcraft.
They want to rebel against the Most High, flat out.
Right.
And so what they're doing is they're becoming witches. They're conjuring this demon into their children. And, and what's sad is these children don't have a chance.
Yeah.
It's like a crack baby. It's like they didn't have a chance because mom was doing crack.
Yeah.
These children don't have a chance because mom's a witch. Mm-hmm. Mom's bringing the demon right to them. Where are you at?
Lamentations chapter 4, verse 3. Even the sea monsters draw out the breast. They give suck to their young ones. The daughter of my people is become cruel, like the ostriches in the wilderness.
Okay, so they're like ostriches. What's the big deal? Well, let's go to Job chapter 39, verse 15. And let's see what's wrong with the ostrich. Because the Most High just said that these women are like the ostrich. And okay, well, ostriches ain't so bad. They can run really fast, right? You know, they have giant eggs, and supposedly their meat is as nutritious as a you know, as one of the most nutritious meats you could eat. What's wrong with that? Well, let's see what's wrong with the ostrich. Read that.
Job 39 and verse 15. And forgetteth that the foot may crush them.
So this is what the ostrich does. They lay eggs and they forget that the foot may crush them. They forget that they just laid it in a dangerous position where any person, any other animal could just crush their kid.
Or any other ostrich. Yeah.
And that's how these women are acting, man. They don't understand that one day they're gonna have to counsel that child in why they got anally molested.
It's the thing that they want us to accept. They want us to accept it on all fronts. I mean, we know what it's about. We know what the agenda is about, and there's a reason why they keep pushing it to these kids. We just came out of Pride Month.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Now look at Target. Target had a whole gay section. Right? They had a whole set. You walk in and there's just a whole Pride section, clothing.
Yeah. Man, don't even get me started on Target, but yeah.
Yeah, you got Target. You got Budweiser. They're making gay beers.
Yeah,
you got
cross-dresser beer.
Yeah, you got gay M&Ms.
Wow.
Think about it. You got the damn transgender M&M. Bro, it's a real thing.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Where the outside is one color, and then when you get to the middle, he's another color. It's wild.
Really?
No, this is real. This is real. They did all this, all these companies and all these industries, they changed up their whole agenda for Pride Month.
Yeah, it's not a fantasy, man.
No,
this is
real
where
deal.
we're at. You know, we're in. It's not a cartoon.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
But we understand, right? We understand biblically why it has to go here and where it's going. It's going to be like Sodom and Gomorrah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you got men out there being sexually assaulted by men.
Yeah.
You got men being date raped,
Yeah.
right? Straight men being date raped by gay men.
And then you got, it's backfiring on these women. These I can't use that word, but the word that rhymes with hags and fits right in with it. But they support the homosexual community.
Yeah.
Right. And they push that.
They're the
They
biggest
want that,
supporters.
right. Well, it's backfiring on them because these men are going into their bathrooms and raping them.
Yeah. And their children and their daughters.
They're coming in lambs in sheep's clothing. They're going in there, or wolves in sheep's clothing, and they're dressed like women, and they're going in the woman's bathroom, and then they're raping the woman.
And it goes right back to the scripture you pull about the ostrich laying that egg or having that offspring and just leaving them out in the cold.
Oh, yeah.
Gay locker rooms. You got a locker room full of women, and now you have a man that associates as a woman. How can you tell your daughters that's okay to have a man that associates as a woman in a locker room full of women?
Yeah.
Makes no sense.
Where do you justify it? But see, the whole point is to take away having to justify it if we groom them early.
Yeah, if from birth they just think
birth,
it's normal,
right?
If every time they turn on Disney, and every time they turn on their favorite Disney channel or their favorite cartoon, there's a gay character in there.
Yeah.
And there's a boy with two dads in there, two moms in there. Then, I mean, they even infected, what was it, The Mandalorian with that or something like that? One of these shows, they had to have gay parents. It's like, dude, are you serious? That's not necessary. Oh, that was it, the Marvel movie. They did
Which
the
one?
Marvel movie in America. She had two moms.
Oh, right. She's like the new Marvel, the Indian Marvel girl.
Yeah. No, not Marvel
her?
Girl. The other one, the America, the one that used to punch the
I know what you're talking
teleports
about.
and all that.
Yeah, she got two moms.
Yeah, she got two moms.
Because now the MCU is homosexual.
Yeah. Your comics got to be homosexual.
Everything.
Your cartoons got to be homosexual. I just finished watching Modern Family just to see what that was about, and I mean everybody in there was homosexual. Even the straight characters when they got behind the scenes, they sounded gay.
You know what the coolest part is? Even in like the apocalyptical TV shows and movies where it's the end of the world, and we have to repopulate.
Right.
They still got gay people.
They
still got gay couples. It's like, how can you contribute?
Right. It's like, that's the end of your line. Okay. End movie
you're
roll
done.
credits. You know.
You're done.
Okay.
How does this agenda contribute to us repopulating the world if we had to? But it just shows you, man, how distorted. I got a quick one real quick.
Yeah, bring it in.
I'm gonna go to Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 4 and verse 12. For the bewitching of naughtiness doeth obscure things that are honest.
Wow.
And that's the agenda, is to obscure the honesty and distort the honesty that's in these children.
Yeah, the innocency and the honesty. Yeah.
Because they already come predisposed to know right from wrong in a certain manner.
Yeah.
They know, okay, a little girl knows she's different from a boy.
Right.
They have this thing that's naturally in them.
Curiosity.
Yeah, and then what do? We enforce or reinforce the positivity, right?
Yeah.
What this mom is doing, she's obscuring what's naturally in her son and reinforcing something that's against nature.
Right.
Right?
Exactly.
I'm gonna finish it up. And the wondering of concupiscence doeth undermine the simple mind. Now, the one thing that she's taken away is for her son to even have any concupiscence or any type of curiosity.
Yeah.
Because she's already embedding in him what she wants him to be.
Yeah, and which is what a parent's supposed to do. You're supposed to take away that natural curiosity to go get into something that'll get you in trouble or get you hurt.
Right.
And you're supposed to implant something good.
Right.
But the problem is they're not implanting something good.
No.
You know, and that's where we go right into Romans 1.
Romans chapter 1, verse
Yeah.
26. For this cause God gave them up unto vile affections.
See? This is also of the Most High. He gave them up. He's giving them up to these vile affections. Why? From birth. He's like, listen, what was it? Hosea 4, right? Hosea 4 and 6. Because you've forgotten me, I'll forget your children.
Yeah.
So he's not even protecting them no more. He's going to let your own wickedness correct you eventually. Go ahead.
For even their women did change the natural use.
What did their women do?
Change the natural use.
This baby was naturally, when you know nature, when you know, even studying animals and stuff like that, there's no naturally occurring homosexual animals. That's a learned behavior even amongst them, because they'll do that.
They're trying to say,
the lions are having sex with others. Like, well, that's
And
a
the
learned
hyenas.
behavior because they're down there with these Hamites.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Wow.
The original Sodomites. So they're down there. What choice do they have? They're gonna learn.
They're watching ham go ham.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So, you know, this is a learned behavior. This is what is going to happen if you're around that spirit. It's going to jump like a frog.
Yeah.
Like it says in
And
Revelation.
it's even going to destroy nature. It's going to destroy everything around it. That's the problem with wickedness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It tells you that when the righteous are empowered, the world is in peace, the trees rejoice.
Yeah. And you know it's a spirit because it has a uniform. It has a uniformity to it.
Yeah.
When you listen to these homosexual people, they always sound the same.
Yeah. Same logic.
Yeah, I mean, I'm talking about the tone of their voice.
the tone of their voice, right.
You know,
The lisp.
Yeah, you know, it's always the same tone of voice, the same logic, the same we, them, their, us pronouns and all that stuff. We gotta conform to now. All of that is uniform across the board, so you know it's a spirit. It's telling you about itself.
Yeah.
And it said they changed the natural use. That's a baby.
Yeah.
The baby has no need or necessity for homosexuality or heterosexuality.
No, not as a baby.
Yeah, a baby doesn't need to know about sex, period.
Yeah.
A baby's number one job is as a baby is to poop and eat.
And sleep.
Yeah, it's like those are their jobs. They don't have, they don't have to go to work. They don't have to go drive a car, fix a car, pay a bill, nothing. That's the innocency that we're taking away from these babies. They don't have to do all that.
And then even if you look at those three basic needs, the fourth basic need would be to reproduce itself. That's in every, that's in the animal kingdom. That's in man's world, to reproduce. They literally snub out that ability to reproduce when they start to implant in these children that you're gonna go and be with a man with a man or a woman with a woman.
And this is what the Bible feels and says about what's going on in your world right now. It's what the Bible says is wrong with this world and this society you live in right now. And with that, we're gonna say shalom, and we'll see you next time.
Shalom.